unbiased.
Yes,
I definitely want to thank you for your work, and
I
I thank
appreciate it.
you for having a conversation with me.
Yes, sir.
And of course, I thank Mike Larry for having a conversation with me,
Yeah.
right? And but I need to speak. You're not bad. Mike Larry was just general, but I need one of you one of you FBAs to
Yourself.
try to have a conversation. No, I'm not FBA. To try to have a conversation with me about reparations. Because I don't think that y'all know anything about the reparations fight.
Now I got somebody for you, actually.
Okay, who you got for
I
me?
got I got Leonard Walker, the former president of DAS, the descendants of African slavery.
Okay. Um, great. That would be great. Um,
I'm connected.
yeah. But is he a FBA?
Yes.
He calls himself an FBA?
He calls up FBA and ADOS, like
Mm.
me.
No, no ADOS. FBA.
No, he says he both like me. I'm both. I'm Freedman too. I know you don't like that, but I'm Freedman too.
Um, okay. Well, uh, yeah, fine. So the issue is, yeah. So the issue is when I'm glad you walked me up the ladder, but the fact of the matter is, people don't know about the reparations fight.
Yeah, yeah, and I think you're gonna win that versus the average FBA guy.
Yeah, no, the average. I want the best FBA.
Well,
I only got like 5, 6 more minutes to
so
speak,
that's gonna be
but
like that's gonna be
but
like
if you
Marcel.
run around talking about you FBA and you fighting for reparations, and you don't know the hurdles of reparations, and you don't know uh how that last suit, the Pelman Farmer suit was lost, right? Then and you don't know about the current reparations movement, right? How they are constructed, why they are constructed, right? And you're not a part of it, and you're not talking about it, saying anything intelligent about it, then basically people are groupies. Groupie.
You are divisive
I'm not divisive. Why are you saying I'm divisive?
because you should be teaching about it.
No, I do. It's just that one, people don't really care to learn.
Oh no, I'm gonna look when you do your shows. I guarantee you, I promise you, if you do everything you just said, if you do a video like a show for each one, or even like just one show, but breaking out each one, I will replay that over and over and over.
Yeah. Well, um, I appreciate that. I'm right now I am a guest on other channels. I'm a free agent. I'm a free agent now. I'm not I'm on African Online TV. I'm on your show. I'm on Smash's show. I'm on Ank's show. I may have to get back on Garfield's show.
What about Sean?
Oh, what? And Harry?
Yeah.
No, I don't deal with him.
Okay.
He wrote a fake review on my article. Um and uh so
Oh, dang.
I don't deal with him at all.
Yeah, that's wild.
He took the time out to do what he thought was a review, but he got no college. How you gonna review something? How you gonna review a journal article when you got no college? Because you took a Jawu class? Stop it.
Where is Wujao?
Who cares? Who cares? Right? I don't care. He did a 9 hour show with his woman and some other people on me. 9 hours. They took the 9 hours of
Who
their
did that?
time to
Who?
say nothing.
Who?
Ujawu.
Really? Recently?
Yeah. And
What show was that?
I mean, before he took his 1 year hiatus.
Okay, so that was a minute ago then.
Yeah, he took his 1 year hiatus. He and his group spent 9 hours saying nothing.
That was like the pandemic though. That was like 2021 then or 22.
Yeah, okay, I got 3 minutes to talk. So, uh, what I think is creating another label, especially a label where people did not use, right, at the time, is I think that that's divisive.
That's not fair.
Well, that's my point of view. That's divisive because what you're doing is hijacking with, like I said, Negroes with guns, right? That was his book, Negro with
Yeah,
Guns.
but we don't call ourselves Negroes today, so are we hijacking him?
Uh, you are hijacking him by calling him an FBA.
No,
I'm Black
but
American. I'm
wait, well,
African
we can't call him
American.
Black
I'm
American
a
because he said Negroes
descendant
with
of
guns.
Africans. I'm all the terms that was used during our disenfranchisement. I'm not a term used to talk about reparations when the FBA group of people and they can't talk cohesively about reparations. And the reparations that ADOS was trying to do, that reparation strategy is not a real strategy. It's not a real strategy at all because the current reparations movements are in cities, counties, and states, because uh, if they what they were trying to do is do something legislatively. So, but the problem is they're trying to do something legislatively with the federal government. That's not the right path. That's not the right path to do it. So anything against with the federal government is really problematic because the federal government, any law that they put in, like for example, affirmative action, uh, an administration could come along and uh, um, they could remove it, like affirmative action. City, state, county laws, particularly city and county laws, have a better chance of longevity. Federal government, all they need is a radical Supreme Court, and a radical Supreme Court will remove it.
Okay.
Remove it. So if you look at the affirmative action case, and if you look at uh, the Roe case, uh, you will see that what they do is they're radical. They'll come back and use some old laws, or they use a case that really is non-existent, make it a real case, and then based on that, remove it and try to sound smart about it. And yeah, so federal government, anything with the federal government across all state lines is problematic. But it's 11 o'clock. You got to go. I'm gonna respect that. So I'm gonna
Wait,
log off.
wait, no, no. Let me read this to you before you log off. Damn, it's computers. I mean, you could finish until I find it.
No. Well, I just need somebody to disagree with me that the federal laws uh, targeting Black folks are all being removed.
Okay, let's see if this is right here. Um, okay. So he said this. So Leonard Walker says about you. He said when he watched the video, he said your guest was right about some things and wrong about others. He said, as someone nearly his age, one of the things I'll say is the current reparation movement are moving at a snail. He's talking about the city ones. He said they're moving at a snail's pace and have no teeth. He said they rely too much on the benevolence and cooperation of bought and paid politicians to do right by us. He said the current FBA has done more to mobilize people and get them on code than these other groups. He says,
Uh, okay, so then that person needs to come out to Chatty Patty, right? And talk to me at a snail's pace is incorrect given the amount of time that they have redirected from HR 40. So in the last 5 years, they have made more movements of reparations, got them voted in than the whole time of HR 40. So that's wrong. That's completely wrong. Snail's pace, they're moving at a fast pace. I could look at 6 or 7 reparation constructions in different cities and counties. So you can't talk to me like that. You can't sing that lullaby to me and
And
say,
who are these groups? Let me research these. Who are these groups?
I put them up on your last show. You want
Oh
me
yeah.
to find it again?
No, no. I'll go back because I just down. Oh yeah. So now where I gotta send it to?
Oh, you can send it to I'll put it in the chat on my Gmail account.
No, but you said something else on Gmail.
No, so send it to this one.
All right.
My rap marketing account is on Outlook. So Google and
Whatever.
Outlook, they're not friends.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Donnie? What's the difference between Black City Plan and the FBA? Um, the Black City Plan is a 223-page analysis of a direction that we should move in with case studies, and the FBA is talking points. The Black City Plan is written by somebody who participated in reparations activity directly, and the FBA is talked about people who want reparations but don't know much about reparations. But the Black City Plan is basically saying that when we are able to unify and to control our city governments and county governments, then we can create de facto reparations. Fresh One TV, salute to you. So controlling governments, when you control local governments, city and county, then
That's
you
the other one
control.
I want you to say. It said large files must be shared with Google Drive. That's the one I gotta send to you.
Yeah. So you upload it to your Google Drive. You got like 10 gigabytes of Google Drive space. And then when you upload it there, then you can share it.
Hey, brother Reggie, did you know I teach chess?
No, but could you please go on Sonetta's channel and bust his ass?
Now look, I'm be honest, he's pretty good. I could tell by his rating that he's pretty good.
So you scared?
No, I'm saying like I don't think I'm gonna bust his ass. I think I'm gonna give a hard fought fight and it could go either way.
Well, he's gonna put you on the clock.
And I play. Oh yeah, thank you. I'll beat him in 1 minute. If we play 1 minute, I'll destroy him. And I play 1 minute. So anything longer than that, I'm at a disadvantage because I play really, really fast, and I don't like to play anything less than 1 minute. So if he does 1 minute, I'll kill him.
You won't mate him in 1 minute.
It doesn't matter. On chess, you can lose by time. So that's the thing. He got to move fast, or his time gonna run out.
Oh, well, yeah. Can you please go on his channel
Oh
and
yeah, yeah. If he agrees to 1 minute, I promise you, I'll play him ASAP.
yeah, and bust his ass?
So look, so
But
now
he is a bona fide Harlem chess
no,
hustler.
he's good. I watched him play online against certain people, and he's actually really, really good. Like I know I play chess, so I seen his moves. I'm like, yeah, he's good.
Yeah, if you bust his ass, your ratings will go up, bro.
1 minute, but it gotta be 1 minute. If we play
Why not
longer than
five
that,
minutes?
nah, he's gonna win.
Oh, dang. So don't even bring it up. Shit. Don't
Nah,
even
but 1 minute, I could beat him in 1 minute.
don't bring don't bring that up. But let's get back to this point. So the
He ain't gonna
Black City Plan
he ain't gonna
is a
play 1 minute.
goddamn plan. FBA ain't got no plan.
Our plan is to what's
Be
Tariq's favorite?
divisive.
No, no, well, yeah, you got to do that because everybody's divisive. But it's called signal boost, right? So that's his favorite word, signal boost. So our plan is signal boost the message.
Yeah, but you're not doing the work. You just cheerleaders.
That's part of them, but that's
You
part
got
of
pom poms on.
every
Reparations.
every
Yay.
look at Kamala and Trump. They had PR stunts. Everybody needs to get the
Yeah,
Trump will
but for
fix it.
reparations, you need arguments.
Yeah, guess what? First
Tell me
come to
why the reparations suit failed. Do you know?
no,
Does anybody in the chat know why it failed?
I
Any
doubt it.
FBA smart ass know why it failed?
Now, how I send this to you
When you share it, when it's uploaded, then
is
you click
uploaded.
on, then you say share.
Okay, I see it. Hold on. All right. Okay, so add people, right? So now what do I type?
Well, it says it's a link that says share with anybody that has the link.
Oh, I see it. Oh, that's dope. All right, so where I put it?
So then you copy the link and you
Yeah.
send it to me.
Where I send it at?
You can send it to Reggie
Oh, the
dot.
Google thing. Okay, yeah.
You go back to your you
Okay,
go
I
to
got it.
two gum. You
I
go
got it.
back to your email and you just send it to me.
Just put the link in there, right?
Yeah. So unbiased, we got a history of talking before you was unbiased sports under another
Oh
name,
yeah. Yes, we do.
and then you deserted your brother Reggie.
Actually, no. You got really busy. You caught on fire where you was like always the man everybody wanted to talk to, and you was a featured everywhere. This way back, like Amara Squad was like a thing.
Fresh
Yeah.
says you can't discriminate based on race or something like that. I believe not really sure. You're right. You certainly can't discriminate against age, not only race, but age, national origin, right? You can't discriminate against that. But the fact is that they have. So they've broken their own federal, state, city, state, county laws. So the issue is why the reparations case failed is one that it was time bound. They say that that period up to 1865 was too long of a period. Then they say the people who launched the reparations, they didn't have any control over the states of their ancestors. And that was a signal because the people who launched the reparations case, they weren't even foundational Black Americans. I don't think that Pelman Farmers are found what you call a foundational Black American. I think that she has immigrant roots. So, but in the construction, she could not prove that her ancestors in the United States, because they weren't in the United States, right, suffered any harm. So they were time barred. They weren't the legal representative. They couldn't show any type of causation, right? And basically, if it wasn't for another suit that was added to it, it would have been thrown out anyway because they failed to state a claim. So I need to talk to somebody who knows law, right? I don't need to talk to somebody with pom poms on.
Okay, so why you can't find me a
YouTube, watch. What's that? Oh, that's so you're giving it to everybody.
no, that's the link of that's the link of this that's the link of what we're doing right now. That's not
Okay.
that's YouTube. That ain't nah, I sent it to you on Google. That's on
Okay, great.
Google.
Let me just check it. So my issue is I need to talk to somebody who knows law to understand if you say you're FBA for reparations, right? Uh, if then I need to know what you're fighting for. I need to just yelling out reparations. If that's what you want to do, then you're a cheerleader. But if
Why I
you
gotta be wait. So when people say Amora or if they chant that chant, why would that be Chile and being proud of
because
what you are?
reparations has legal barriers that have to be
Yeah, but
crossed.
but
So
brother Reggie,
you're saying that y'all are not the ones to do it, and I agree. Y'all are not the ones to do it.
all right. So so the ones who are not part of that, because not everybody wish to be a part of stuff like that. People just want to
Yeah,
support it.
then why hijack it? Like
No,
if you're
well,
not,
it's
if
not.
you're
Well, you
just a
can't hijack.
cheerleader, just
Well,
be a
you
cheerleader.
can't hijack something that's due to you. So I mean, like a civil rights.
You got to
Uh,
prove that it's due to you. But if you can't create causation, if you can't say who your ancestors are, like
yeah,
unbiased, you know who your great grandparents are, right?
yes,
Great, right. You know you know from the record some of your great grandparents, right?
all the way to 18, like 40. Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
that puts you as a person that could talk about reparations. So I respect that. Most of these people, um, they only know their parents, not their grandparents and their great grandparents, because
But
they choose to talk instead of researching their own family.
but Reggie, but we also
Let me say I got ISUP key. I got IOCK Israelite only camp. Killer. Why do you people hate FBA getting reparations?
right.
I never get that.
Thank you for the question.
Well, um, nobody hates FBA getting reparations. FBA is not the ones getting the reparations.
Okay, hey,
That's the point.
Brother Reggie,
Israelite
brother Reggie, why can't
only camp.
okay, watch this. Let's say if Haitians won their case with the French and whoever else, and let's say they're going to get it, why can't I, as a Black American, cheer them on?
You're a cheerleader. You could
So,
cheer them on.
so I can't cheer my right. So I don't mind being a cheerleader to my family. You
All
say
right.
post it.
When other people talk, that's constructing it, that's looking at the legal arguments, that's writing, right? Then chill. Let us do what we do.
We can't see now you're divisive. See now that's called divisive. He
No,
said we're
that means you're a cheerleader. You're on the outside.
what's wrong with clapping? See, like for example, when you if you get your a degree, and let's say if I was there, I'd be clapping. Oh, you're a cheerleader for brother Reggie.
Yeah,
Said, I'm
you're hurting reparations when you start talking about 1526.
yeah, but we don't count, remember, because we're not even documenting it, and we're not going to the
Yeah,
courts.
but then you're cheerleading the wrong damn thing.
You got
You're
one guy.
cheerleading the wrong thing. It shows that you're ignorant.
Okay, there's ignorant people in the world. Okay.
Get to 1776 and beyond when the United States, who we can sue for reparations, right? Uh, but we have to be careful about sovereign immunity. We have to create arguments that's going to get us past that hurdle of sovereign immunity.
You know what I'm
Right?
gonna do for you? I'm gonna start studying tone videos
Yeah,
and
but
Yvette.
toning them is smart. Toning them is smart.
I'm gonna
FBA,
start studying their videos.
Tone is smart. He's a lawyer. He's smart.
Yeah, you just gave me a homework assignment. Yeah,
Tone is smart.
I'm gonna redirect what
He's a
I'm doing.
lawyer. He
I'm gonna
got
start
some
playing their
degrees under
videos.
his belt. I mean, he can understand what I'm talking about. But where's Tone and Yvette right now with reparations?
Yeah, Reggie is
No, I'm
FBA.
not no
Yeah,
FBA.
yes, yeah, he's in denial. Yeah, he listen.
Where are they at now with it?
On the live, he'll say he's not, but once he hang up, he be writing FBA.
No, I'm not no FBA. Where's Tone and
His email is
Yvette?
FBA Reggie. That's his email.
I sound like Fat Joe, Joey.
Yo, yo,
Uh,
his email is FBA Reggie, but he ain't FBA, right? Okay.
yeah, I literally bumped into Fat Joe at the tunnel in New York City. I seen him come through my neighborhood. I live in the Bronx. I know who he is, but I also
Oh,
know the big boys.
wait. So let me ask you about that real quick before what time is it? Okay, 11:30 my cutoff. Let me ask you about Fat Joe. So just be honest, right? Don't be a cheerleader. Be your opinion. Do you think anything was done wrong by him? If so, state it. If not, tell us.
Okay. The problem with Fat Joe uh for me, he's a young dude. He's like 7, 8 years younger than me, right?
Hmm.
He's talking about a history that he wasn't a part of, right? Now, uh, he's a part of rap. He ain't part
Now,
of
no, I ain't talking about that comment. I'm talking about his comments
Dr.
on Math
Reggie is
Hoffa.
100% FBA. Don't let him fool you.
I
Well,
know he is.
I'm neither FBA nor am I Israelite.
He's ADOS too. Now look, brother Reggie, not his original comments. The ones that got him on a hot seat on Math Hoffa's show. Those comments,
Yeah, because see, I know my dudes in the Bronx.
right?
So I know when roughly when Puerto Ricans were the dispute between Puerto Ricans and blacks. There's legitimate dispute. His history on hip hop is limited, right? He just talking. Now,
Right.
Puerto Ricans have had a big dispute. That's why they formed the Latin Kings, largely because of their treatment in the prisons with the
I'm
gods and
talking
the
about Fat
herbs.
Joe comments on Math Hoffa's show.
Huh?
Fat Joe comments on Math
Yeah, and
Hoffa's.
so the problem is he's being canceled not because he definitely said foundational Black Americans. He's being canceled because he's talking about his negative comments against Black Americans.
FBA's are black. Well, he ain't say Black Americans. So you want to be technical because every time I say FBA tours,
Right, but the people that's canceling him, right, like are Black Americans. So, for
oh,
example,
FBA's are Black Americans.
no.
Okay, let me ask you this: Was he right about what he said about Lord Jamar? Is-
Give me the direct quote.
Okay, let me play it. Let me play it. Hold on. Um,
I think if Fat Joe had made similar statements about other groups, he'd be doing an apology tour, right?
let me see.
He's being canceled.
Well, I think his ego ain't gonna allow him to do that.
You said what?
His ego ain't gonna allow him to apologize. Let me
And
see.
Lord Jamal is not a good. He just got whipped by
Yeah,
You just did a show on that. He just got manhandled.
but he's not FBA anywhere. So
No,
so we don't care.
but Fat Joe, he does it like hip hop, like a rap battle. He thinks he could say anything and get away with it. But uh the things that he specifically said, um uh we can look it up. I was asking you since you FBA, and he was talking about you
Okay.
specifically.
But, hmm, why is it hard to find this one?
He said they're broke.
No,
What
no,
else did
I ain't
he
talking
say?
about that. I'm talking about Lord Jamar only, not FBA's.
What did Lord Jamal say?
No, this his comment about Lord Jamar and not FBA's because he said something about him specifically. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
All right.
So they have a big problem, these guys, right?
Right.
So they're against anybody who ain't with them. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
There's a small minority that get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney
There you
Tune
go.
like your man Lord Jamal.
Okay, do you agree with that? He's a Looney Tune.
I think that I think that's a man-to-man conversation.
No,
I,
based off the debate you seen, did he appear like a Looney Tune?
no, I
Are you
just think that
serious?
I don't think that he's a Looney Tune. I
Shit.
think he's misinformed on science.
Wait,
But
but
the
but the way
way
he
Fat Joe
behaved.
is talking about
Wait, hold
Lord
on, but
Jamal,
the way he behaved, like forget about his dumb information. the way he was talking, I'll slap you. You don't think that's Looney Tune-ish?
I think that they do that on conscious TV. I think that
No.
most people I debate or I talk,
Wait, but
they
look how he was talking. He said, "What's weight? Your head." That's Looney Tune.
okay. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with it. I might classify it as that, but I would do like Dave. I would try to stay to the issues because
All
I'm
right.
from these places,
Yeah, he should
and
have though. Like he would have got far more if he had just took it serious and not like clown back at him. Because I think that really took away from the
that's
seriousness.
what they do on that's what they do on conscious talk. There's a
Oh,
lot of when you can't handle the issue, then
yeah,
there's
of
a lot
course.
of there's some woman that came on this show connected to us Sonetta. She did a whole show on me today,
Really?
right?
About what?
Uh she the only one who helped Sonetta during the polite fallout. She the only one who helped Sonetta. Son is accountable for his own actions, right? Nobody need to help him. He's accountable for his own actions, right? But the fact of the matter is, I know both Polite and I know Sonetta, and I know pretty much that Sonetta promoted him, and at times Polite uh, took advantage of that, and uh, and owes Sonetta a whole lot of money,
Oh,
right? But that's between those two. With this Fat Joe is
wait,
talking
wait.
about,
Okay, next one. I'm gonna play another clip because
if he's
he
beefing against Lord Jamal, they're gonna see each other in the street.
and no. Wait. And then you know Lord Jamal gonna run, right?
Lord Jamal gonna run?
Yeah.
So you don't understand something. Uh people don't do this fair. Lord Jamal got a whole team that's just
Yeah, he gonna need a whole team.
yeah,
I'm talking
Joe
about,
gonna need a
but
whole team
I'm
too.
saying about no Mano
Joe,
Imano.
Joe, Joe, Joe started something else. When you start talking about somebody personal, when you start talking about somebody personal,
But is he
now,
right?
huh?
Is he right?
No,
All right.
I'm not gonna get into no fight. I live in the Bronx, Joe. Even though Joe is not in my he's in Miami now. I know how my neighborhood works, right? My neighborhood is a funny neighborhood. So I say I leave it up to them.
All right.
Because
Look.
you know what? It's not historical. It got nothing to do with me.
No. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about hip hop. Look, I'm gonna press play. So he said Looney Tune. Watch this.
Was a fucking loony tune. He's a loony bit, right? We just said that the drug of choice is attention. It's this and this and that. They get a guy who
Do you think he's attention horn on the net?
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say he's an influencer. He's a street influencer.
So he's not cloud chasing?
I'm not gonna. I told you I'm not gonna have nobody from the 5% Nation run up on me in New York, right? I'm not gonna
Well,
do
see,
that.
I'm in Jersey. Nah, he is cloud chasing. All right, let's go.
he was a legend. He's brand Nubian.
Right.
And he's the wackest nigga in the crew. Be clear.
Okay, so he even
That's
admit
hip
that one.
hop beef.
All right, so I'm gonna press play because he even admit that.
But now this nigga might be like trying to
Wait,
get
what's
lit,
it?
trying
I
to say
give you
anything.
10,000 to go into the South Bronx and try checking Latinos in the Bronx. See what happens. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do it. Why am I gonna check Latinos in the Bronx? Why am I gonna check them?
Hey,
That
wait,
don't make no
Hey,
sense.
brother Reggie, Unbiased Sports. If I could say something real
Hey,
quick.
Saint. No, I'm gonna give it. Look, I'm gonna give y'all the show in a second. I'm going to bed. Y'all could take over. Look, I'm gonna just play this last clip. I'm gonna give y'all the mod, whatever, to
Yeah,
close it
give
out.
Saint, get Saint their mind.
All right, so Saint, I'm gonna give you the thing to, so when you're done, just close out because I'm going to sleep. So I'm gonna
But
play a little.
I'm not, I know how people are wild. I would never say nothing about the 5% Nation.
Nah,
Never. I
Hey,
would
Unbiased
say
Sports.
what I
I'm gonna
I might have
disagree.
to
say.
start my shift in about 20 minutes.
Okay, so let me just
So
play real fast.
trying to get lit, trying to say anything. World's flat, this, that, anything.
Okay, I believe that because you know why I believe that, Saint? Because he took down Fat Joe. He had all the momentum, like he on his way. Then he goes into a large podcast like Godfrey. This is the time to talk about, and Godfrey already talked about how Nigerians do talk about FBAs behind their back and have negative stereotypes. Okay, so that's a good segue. Like, hey man, can you explain it again? Because I want to talk about that. And so he could have, that was his time to talk about FBA more than anything, or at least sometimes. He didn't mention FBA one time up there. All he wanted to talk about was that stupid ass flat earth stuff. So everything Fat Joe said about him personally, I agree. But the other stuff I don't agree. The brokenness FBA, I don't agree. But when he got on Lord Jamar personally, I think he was spot on 100%. And it played out right in our face. We watched him on Godfrey show making a fool of himself and hitting rode with the momentum. The momentum was FBA. That was the torch. But he got to the spotlight and brought the torch of flat earth. So with that, I'm gonna leave it with you guys, and I'm out of here. So I guess like when you leave, Saint, just close out.
All right, come, brother, and then I will.
All right, bro. I'm out. Peace, guys.
Hey,
All right, peace. Brother Reggie, you still there?
yeah.
All right, and I mean, from your Israelite brother, peace and hotep to you, brother Reg. This is Saint Swarthy.
Hey, Hotep, Salam, Shalom, peace.
You know, I had a situation where I worked at MSP Airport for a while. That's the airport in Minneapolis, and I was working there at Chick-fil-A, and you know, this Mexican guy was you know, he was rapping with some of the other brothers. You know, I guess they were singing Kendrick Lamar song, They Not Like Us. And you know, hip hop is all people from all different races that sing along with the songs that we make. Even when we use the N-word, sometimes some of these other non-black people will use the N-word just to sing along with the song, right?
Correct.
Cool. Now, where I'm from in Los Angeles, I have family members who, even if you are black, you can't say the N-word around them. My auntie said you can't say it around her. She'll say something to you about it. So I know brothers in LA, being from Los Angeles, that I mean, they don't even let other black people say the N-word around them, right? And I'm good friends with brothers from Los Angeles that actually beef with Mexican gangs, that they don't cross out Crip, or they don't cross out Paru or Blood. They just write the word nigga on the wall and cross that out, right? So me being from the West Coast and being around Mexicans who have a real disdain for black people, I have a little bit of a different perspective on the situation. So I did tell the Mexican guy at my job, I was like, look, man, you can't say nigga up here like that. And you're not a black American, you're not an African. Like I really explained to him why it wasn't okay for him to talk like that, right? So then I noticed when I told him he couldn't say it right, it was 4 other blacks that stood up. Hold on one second, Reg. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night, sir. So it was when I told him he couldn't say the N-word around me, my people defended him. Right. And then the next day, it was so embarrassing, Reg, because I was like, look, bro, you're not a black American. You're not African. Do not say the word nigga around me. And then he was saying, well, I'll say whatever I want to say around you. I was like, okay, bet. Well, I'll take my badge off and I'll meet you outside. And I want you to talk like that in my face and squabble up. So I pressed him about it. You know what I'm saying? And our people defended him against me. And then the next day when I came to work, right, black people was coming up to me saying, well, I feel like you was just trying to question our blackness and woo woo woo. No, I wasn't trying to question your blackness or your Africanness. You questioned your own goddamn blackness and Africanness. When you saw me check him, and instead of having my back, y'all had his back to vibe in hip hop, even though I know it was something that we created, Reg. So I understand what you're saying. I know black people on the West Coast that won't check other groups of people from saying the N-word, but I do know some, like myself, that will check you right on the spot. So I understand what you're saying, Reg. You know what I'm saying? Because it would take us collectively having your back for you to be able to really check them. And we don't have your back like that as a people. I got to be honest. We don't get down like that. So I understand where you're coming from, huh?
And we promoted ourselves. So it's we make the songs, we make a lot of the songs, right? We promote it. So how can I tell somebody else not to call me this when we over here listening to the same rap lyrics, right? We in the same car drinking, right? Or smoking, right? It's disingenuous. So we have to fix some things within our community about how we deal with each other, and we have to create this unity that promotes the fact that you can't do this. But if we like if I'm playing some of these records in my house and my nephew was there or son is there, right? If I hear him say that in the street, I can't be mad because I, as a parent, was promoting that, right? And so what you
Correct.
did was novel, and the dudes that didn't stand up for you, they need some lessons. They need some
And you know,
lessons.
Reg, even before rap, right? My father,
Yeah, this is
who
live.
even before rap, my father, who I mean, my dad didn't have a problem with like KRS-One and like rap when it was conscious, but when they started, talking about shooting your brother and the black woman is the B, that's when he was like, okay, I'm all out, Reg. My dad, granted, he was an intelligent man, rocked with microbiology, was an optical engineer. He was big on science and math. My father, right? He still used the N word as a term of endearment when he was talking to my uncles, right? So I heard my dad say my nigga. I saw my uncle say it. I saw other elder blacks say it. So even before rap, we used it as a term of endearment with each other, right? Or as a term of
With
brotherly
each
love, if you
other,
will.
but that
But
doesn't mean that that means that somebody else can't use it around us. Like in your streets, and I see so many people from Chicago, Detroit, those streets. When you call a person by their name or what they choose, right? So you call them their 5% name, you call them their whatever name, their street name. You don't call and say, "Yo, come up, yo, my nigga." No, you get bodied. You call a dude
right.
by the name that they want to be called, right? And the minute that you break that, that means you're disrespecting that person. You cannot walk up, I don't care, especially from another ethnicity, and call something. Say, "You, what's up, my niggas?" That might be the last word that you say, right? Especially some of these gangs, you can't do that. You got to give them the utmost respect. Bloods, Crips, Gangster Disciples, all of them. You got to give them the utmost, whatever their name is, right? You can better say cuz. You might get you're gonna get a pass most likely by saying cuz, but if you call it, yo, what y'all niggas doing? And niggas, they say, yo, you sound like the police, man. You sound like the man. Yo, shorty, take care of him, man. Go see him. The shortest nigga in the crew will come up there and give you some because they always send the young, the shorties, right? The shorty's gonna take care of you, right?
Yeah, they
They
more
show
willing to crash out because they got something to prove. I agree with you on that.
no, because one, they could probably beat the charge in juvie, not do as much time, right? And it's their time to shine. Yo, shorty, yo, take care of that, man, right? Blah, 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 blah. That's all you hear, right? Shorty gonna take care of it. Once they say shorty, they deputize them. Yo, shorty, take care of that. That's a wrap, right? Now he
And
got
I,
it,
and I gotta agree with you on this. I gotta agree with you on this, Dr. Reg. We
brother
we
Reggie.
as a people, we gotta, brother Reggie. I gotta agree with you on this one. As a people, we have to stop using it as a term of brotherly love in general. And I agree with Unbiased Sports on this. We if we want the world to stop using it, then we should stop using it. And I agree with him on that. Granted, some of us been using it as a term of brotherly love our whole lives, right? I think there are fundamental changes necessary in the black community. Go ahead, brother Reggie.
No, simple is, well, we got to move it back to where it was. At first, it wasn't always a word of endearment, right? It wasn't always a word of endearment. We've made it more a word of endearment, and now we gave other people a pass to use the word. And so it's like when we was growing up, people began to smoke, right? First they were sniffing coke, right? Sniffing coke was more honorable. Then they start freebasing. Okay, so now you're a base head, right? Okay, but you still you still all right because you smoking base. Base costs some money, right? Now you smoking crack, right? Now you're a crackhead, right? Most people beat crack because they stopped wanting to be called crackheads, right? They didn't like that name, right? They didn't like that name. Basehead was somebody who simply did it too much, did it the most, and then started leaking in their personal lives, right? But a crackhead, nobody wanted to be called crackhead. So what happens is in the Bronx, that's the worst thing that you could call somebody in like 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Call them a crackhead. It's like, man, why you doing that to me, man? Why you say that to me, man? Right? Right? Why you talking? Why you talking? Why you calling my woman a crackhead, man? Because you on crack. You smoke crack, right? Yeah, okay. So you're a crackhead. Yeah, well, yeah, and most people, believe it or not, even though it's a super addictive drug, people people stop smoking crack. It was like, yo, you can't be around us, man. You're a crackhead, man. You can't be around us, right? No, you got to fix it. So people couldn't be around people when they smoke crack.
Right.
So we got to get into that mode where but now we're into this younger generation. I'm 59, so you got people in their 20s and 30s using that word, but they're actually using other words too, right? But we gotta say that, you know what? This is Black unity, right? This is Black unity. You know what? You can't you got to do like you got to do like you did, Saint. You got to be like, nah, that's not, yeah, nah, I'm not going for that, man. You ain't got no reason to be calling somebody a nigga, man. I ain't like in your not your team, but the people that was there, they weak, they misinformed, uneducated, right? So shout out to you and them other brothers, they were dishonorable. With Joe, he's 6 years, 7 years. He grew up with that. But not only that, he grew up in a time he was a king. He was a Latin king. There was a dispute between Latin kings and blacks, right?
Right.
There's a dispute. It's a legitimate dispute from prisons, right? So and so they set themselves apart. But like me in my neighborhood, um, where the Kings were, I had a pass because the dude Tone, right? Big Tone was like my family to me, right? Big Tone, he would say, yo, you see that dude right there? Yo, you see them right there? Yo, leave them dudes is they if there's a problem, I'll deal with it to them, right? But they're not gonna cross you, right? But if they cross you, then bring it up to me. Just don't bang them out, right? So I had a pass. I can go to Quimby, I could go to Lafayette, I could go to where they were, right? Uh, and I could parlay, and I wouldn't have no problem. But if I disrespected them, then it was just I disrespected them, and I gotta eat that. I gotta eat that against 40 of them, right? But I wasn't stupid enough to disrespect somebody who got a team of 40. I go to Orchard Beach, they wearing their colors. Hey, listen, I know them, say, yo, what's up, blah, 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 right? But when people are just meeting people in their dispute, they like, okay, like it all started I'm gonna tell you where it started in Manhattan in the Bronx. It started when Macho Camacho was fighting Sugar Ray, right? That's the first time you really heard Puerto Ricans calling people niggas because it was a sports fight and they took sides, right? F them, and whatever, right? I don't want to say the word, but F them, right? And that's one of the biggest things that happened in the Bronx. But now we have to, well, so my point is, okay, we get too much into the things that don't matter.
Right.
What matters is Black unity. We're at a period of time where if we do not unify, we're going to be overrun. But
Right.
groups of people want to worry about, like I'm in New York, so I see the Venezuelan gangs. I go downtown on 42nd Street, a man, they wearing white, clean white from head to toe, right? They made, I mean, if you can wear white, right? You come out wearing white, right? Okay, they getting paid. They got chains, they got watches, they got money, right? They was eating off of the benefits, right? And they was extorting the other ones underneath them for their benefits. They was eating, right? Those people gonna have children, right? In the next generation, those children are going to be citizens, full citizens. And in the third generation, they're going to unify and vote us out. They're going to eat our lunch. And it's easy because we got a lot of Latino elected officials. They don't cater to Black folks, like in Hunts Point and stuff like that. They don't cater to us, right? But that's because we got weak and we don't go to the polls. We don't do the things that we're supposed to do. We got every excuse in the world, right? But we don't stick together. And as somebody who studies and writes and researches, I already know in another 15, 20 years, like in the Bronx and other places like that, they gonna be eating our lunch. And we gonna worried about,
Right.
we gonna be worrying about separating ourselves, calling Black folks that came into this country because Black folks asked them to, fought for them. Booker T. Washington fought for the immigrants to come in here, not the immigrants, the African Caribbeans, the Afro Caribbeans, the Afro Panamanians, the Afro Brazilians. We fought for them to come in. And now we're gonna revise history and gonna say that nah. So whatever you do, you under us. Why should they be under us when we ain't organized? You go into any hospital in New York, you're gonna find Spanish people there, right? You're gonna find Caribbean people there. Then you're gonna find a few Black Americans, and then you're gonna complain, right? You're gonna complain, but the Spanish and the Spanish and the Caribbean groups, right? Hey, they making sure that their families can eat, right? Get jobs. We're not organized to do the same.
We don't have a consanguineous bond. No, we don't.
And so we gonna get our lunch eaten because we too petty and too bourgeois. We worrying about cars and houses and and things like. But we're not doing what they doing. They figured out this is the way to power, politics, right? And we arguing. Yeah, I don't like those coconuts, right? Like, but you can't go in Brooklyn, New York, man, is how can I say the majority of people from the Caribbean, right? Is in Brooklyn, New York, right? They are catering to their needs. Before they was there, we was there. We stopped doing the things that was necessary that for our best interest. I ain't gonna vote, man. Voting's loud. I ain't gonna do that, man. I ain't gonna join no organization. They joining organizations. They got social organizations and then they got political organizations. We forgot how to do that, right? We over here trying to do it ourselves. They don't do it themselves. They have a group mentality. Where's our group mentality?
Oh, we don't have one, Brother Reggie. It's we're a bunch of individuals. I mean,
There
a
you
lot of
go.
that has to do with the fact that just the fact that we are individuals it kind of changed my whole perspective, to where, you know, I try to bring my Kemetic teaching brothers to the forefront. I try to bring the Moorish brothers to the forefront, the Black Muslims, the Black Christians. I had to evolve as an Israelite to the point where I'm like, look, man, I know we have our little differences, but one thing I do know is we're all Black Americans still, and we're Africans of the diaspora. So I even had to change as an Israelite and be more inclusive to building something with brothers in Kemet, or certain brothers in the Moorish community,
Yeah, because
or
that's
Black
unity.
Muslims,
Like,
or Black Christians.
right, that's unity. Like, I grew up with General Yohana. I know his government name. I ain't gonna say his government name. I know his brother, him and his brother, right? I didn't know that they was from the Caribbean. I ain't care. I ain't care that they was from the Caribbean, right? I found that out later that they was from the Caribbean. They was no different than me, but now they say FBA saying they got to be different than me. But one thing I can tell you is that General Yohana, and what they do, they feed anybody that say that they are Israelite. They do things for the community. I can't hate on my brother because he's from the Caribbean. I'm not gonna do that, right? We gonna
I
what we gonna
understand that.
do?
I understand
Huh?
that, brother Reggie, but I do understand the point of the delineation with us foundational Black Americans, because my dad, for the longest of times, was Pan-African. I've always been taught in my household for us to love the motherland and to love Africa unconditionally. So the problem is the individual relationships we have with certain Ethiopians or Somalis or West Africans, it doesn't overshadow some of the cultural racism that they practice against us. So where I'm
They
at in
can only
Minnesota,
do
right?
it. They can only do it
Give me one
because
second,
we
Reg.
letting them. They doing it because we letting them, because we're not organized politically. So if you're organized politically, socially and politically, then they have to come to you to eat, right? But what happens if we weak, right? They ain't got to come to us. There's more of us than they. But the thing is, they're more organized. That's why Unc says a organized lie defeats a disorganized truth all the time. If you are not organized, if you run around like you just said as an individual, right? Somebody gonna eat your food. So why are we picking fights at this time with our brothers who we got more in common with? And that's what we're doing, right? That's that, and so that breaks down power, because we're not in slavery, uh, in chattel slavery no more.
No, we're
There's
not.
not black codes anymore, right? There's not Reconstruction. There's not Jim Crow, right? Right. So now we're in another period. Why don't we start worrying about fixing our pettiness? And I'm talking
I
about
mean,
own.
we gotta be willing to forgive each other and come together to fix. I mean, that's a part of a fundamental problem we have as Black people. So some of us are just not willing to do that. Like I
Okay,
know
so that's
some
why
Israelites
we're
that's
gonna
not
get
willing to do it.
food eaten. Let me just tell you this. I'll tell you this. Okay, if I could go to Washington Heights. Anybody know New York? Washington Heights stores stay open at 3 o'clock. Dykeman. Dykeman, their stores, their barbershops, their food shop, their clubs, they stay open at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. You walk out of club on Dykeman, you want to get something to eat. There's a Spanish restaurant open. You want to get your hair cut? Man, you can get your hair cut till like 2 in the morning on Dykeman. Guess what? Nobody robs those stores. Now, you have a store in Harlem, right? A black store. Well, one, nobody gonna shop there. Black people ain't gonna shop there. Two, that's gonna be the first store that's gonna be robbed by a black man. Spanish people ain't gonna come in your store and rob you. A black man is gonna rob
Yeah,
you.
yeah, but brother Reggie, can you hear me?
Yeah, eat bizzle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The difference is if You come to Chicago and you try to run that. I don't want to say the word. I'm gonna say shit. If you run that like Fat Joe run that,
Oh, he's
man, he
done.
gonna get beat up, bro. He
They'll
gonna get
beat
beat up.
up. He gonna get one in his belly and have a nice day.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
It
they're
ain't like
all
that, because New York is an immigrant place. You know what I'm saying? That's where most people come in at, Long Island, all that stuff. Man, you come to Chicago, man, you run that, man, you getting beat up, bro.
you're gonna get one in your belly, not beat up, right? I mean, if they want to be nice, they'll smack you and beat you up. I got that. So there are that's why I wrote the Black City Plan, because there are places that are stratified where the people, they don't completely have their selves together because they don't have a plan, but they have the numbers, right? So you can't do that in certain places in LA, right? Even though LA is under attack, right? Like these cartels, man, they take over block by block. Like Washington Heights, where Malcolm X was assassinated, at the Audubon Ballroom, that was a black community. But the government import let them directed them into those areas, and they took it over block by block. They tell black people, yo, close your store down. Yo, pack up, close your store down. They'll tell you if you
Hey,
living in that
brother
building.
Reggie,
Huh?
and to the other brother, I got to start my shift, but I'm gonna send an email out to Unbiased Sports, and sometimes if he will allow me to host a show, I'll host a show and put the notification out at a better time so we can all bring this conversation back to the forefront. I wanted to
Okay.
say shalom, peace and hotep, black power to everybody out.
Top, I got you. All right, so we got to go, but I think it's a good we got to take my last words. My closeout is that we got to be accountable to ourselves. We got to stop these petty labels, right? We got to get back to our best interests. What's happening right now is wild. It's wild because we're attacking our own, but we're not attacking. We're not dealing with the migrant situation. We're not organized. We could do Black Lives
But
Matter
you,
and run around
but you,
town, huh?
you know what's gonna happen next week
What's gonna
when
happen?
Trump get in office? I'm gonna have my broom out there because I told one of my homegirls, I said, why your husband, he don't he don't speak. He ride the forklift and this and that. He say, she say, he ain't got no papers. I said, oh, he about to go back. He about to go back. I said, watch what Trump gonna do. Trump, he about to act the fool next week.
Uh, it does sound like that. But in New York, like New York is a little bit different place right there. And and guess what? It's gonna get wild for us because these groups of people, they taking over houses. They taking over, they unaliving people, man, to live in their place. So before they run, they're gonna try us. And we individuals, and that's how they got us in Washington Heights, right? We weren't organized, right? We were church folks. We became church folks and stuff like that. And they did us block by block, right? So we got to stop the petty infighting on our own people and get some ground, and then figure out how we're going to have some better relationship. But outright calling these people names, right? Calling black people names, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's why I never gave Fat Joe no chance. I never agreed with that. I never agreed with him calling us niggas.
Yeah, but the problem is, Fat Joe, listen, the problem is that it's two ways. Black folks got to be respectful to black folks, and we got to be respectful to a certain degree to other people, right? We just can't be wild. We are the most educated group outside of white folks in America, and we acting wild and ignorant. Like I know this because I'm not on the show no more. I'm not on the big show no more because I found out that people don't want me. People say, why am I always talking about my education? Yeah, because I came from the streets just like everybody else did, but I did get a decent education and I got qualifications. But now I find out that nobody want to hear about that. Nobody want to hear about your qualifications, your congressional accommodations, Brother Reggie, your citation. Nobody want to hear about where you went to school and who your teachers are. And I'm like, F you. Because you don't have it.
No,
You gonna tell me,
brother Reggie. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Everybody respect you, brother. You
no,
understand?
they don't.
Yeah, yes, they do, bro.
Okay, so
Everybody
when Law
respect
Abba
you.
called me a clown, when
No,
Law
no, no,
Abba
no,
calls
no,
me
no,
a
no, no,
clown,
no. What it is, they don't respect that Egyptology.
I don't only teach Egyptology. I don't teach that. I'm not no Kemetic priest. I don't go around saying that you should believe in anything. I teach history. So how can you not respect me when I know the language? I go to museums. I write publications, right? I mean, look, it's not for everybody, but the only issue with the Israelites is listen, me and the Israelites is cool, right? Daniela, right? The captain, we cool.
Yeah, I know you rock with Hebrews in the hood. You ain't gonna find too many Hebrews out here. I grew up in Hebrews. You ain't gonna find because there's so much structure in Chicago. But it's a little bit different from New York. But uh, I know you always rock with Hebrews in the hood.
Yeah, I don't my problem is listen, listen, they think I'm different. They think I'm not a believer in anything. So people see me debate against Jabari. They was mad that I'm debating against Jabari. Jabari, if I debate against somebody, that means I feel that they are wrong. And I listen. I knew Dr. Ben in my lifetime, right? And I knew Dr. Clark. If I'm debating you, I'm just
Did you
saying.
know? Did you know Walter Williams?
Yes, Dr. Walter Williams' last conversations was with me online.
Oh, okay.
I mean, listen, the elder, the rest in peace, he had fun. I never said what I really wanted to say because if he was an elder, right? But I was like, elder, you really can't, Dr. Walter Williams, you wrong. You really can't say what you're saying. It sounds good, but you don't know the language. So, and you use all of these terms like ma'ad and you use Egyptian terms. So how could you say the Metanet is not deciphered? Right? How could you say it when you use the same words? But I am not going to say anything about the elder, but I gave him his last run for the money.
Yeah. I was just wondering about that because I had talked to him. I was at Brother Yoel's spot at the bookstore. Yeah, I was just wondering if you know about him. Before we close.
You can if you join Sinet's Patreon page, you will see me talk to Dr. Walter Williams 3 or 4 times, and then talk to my elders and say, well, we need to get together and talk to Dr. Walter Williams. Where are y'all? They're like, no, he's an elder, and listen, he's a really elder in his winters of life, and we'll just deal with the other generations of people who would like to defend that, right? So they didn't want to deal with Walter Williams and his winters of life, right? So now he's not here. So I'll say to people who want to defend what Walter Williams said, show me that you're a good student of Walter Williams. show me that you can articulate what he said, because he could do it himself. But yeah, Walter Williams is my elder. I just disagree with him, and I disagree with I disagree with the Comedics who actually believe that they are connected to Egypt.
And you know what's crazy? Not to break your wisdom. You know what's crazy? It's nothing wrong with having a disagreement.
Oh
I
no,
say, hey, I may have a disagreement with Brother Reggie. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing
yeah, and let's
wrong
talk
with
about our
having that.
disagreement. Let's just talk about it. And you know what? Even after we talk, we can still disagree, but let's get the facts out. So when I talk about the FBA and y'all can end the show, I'm getting the facts out. I was in the reparations movement before FBA was or ADOS was created. My professor Edward Scobie in 1983, so he was in charge of in Cobra. I got taught academically reparations arguments. So I've read Benjamin Crowell's work. I read Lerone Bennett's work. I read Dr. Gerald Horn's work, right? And some of my peers, Dr. Greg Carr and the great Dr. Tyreen Wright. She's one of the greatest young scholars, right? Dr. Jahi Issa. Most of the people I talk to are academics, huh? Not people running around with a fly hat, right, on social media. But I'm just saying, when somebody like Lord Albert calls me a clown, y'all let him call me a clown. Y'all don't say, yo, brother, hey, yo, that's not permitted, right? So we gotta be on code with ourselves, right? Being on code doesn't mean that you beat your brother up and call your brother names. That's not on code, because you ain't doing that to the white man. Because most of these people never fought white people organizationally. I have put everything on the line.
Yep. You know what? I had to do it for a young sister. You know, I work for DOE, so I had to get into it with this Archie Bunker dude. We got into it, and I said, you know what? I ain't gonna feel bad about nothing. You know, you got to speak up sometime. You know, a lot of our people they scared to speak up.
Yeah, because what happens is the machine. So I did a federal case. I did a federal case. I did a state case on discrimination. That personal, because I wasn't gonna let them do it to me, right? But the problem is that we don't have organizations that help us, because most of us are just working people and we don't know the law. And when you don't know the law, when you have a dispute, we get eat up in court. They laugh at us, right?
Yeah, and you don't you know where else they get us at? And then child support.
Oh, yeah. So that's the whole thing of why you have to have Black City Plan. We have to legislatively fix child support, but we also got to have to fix our own conduct, because listen, a G dude already know, right, when a certain type of woman is preying on them, right? We got correction officers in New York City, female correction officers. Man, they have a child and pin it on a lame dude. I don't use condoms. What? Now you ignorant. Now I'm gonna call you the N-word. You don't use condoms. And then we have disputes in relationships. This is one of the problems we have. We go out, we find a sister, we play like we got a lot of money, a lot of construction in our life, right? Like we got the cars and we got all that, and then we hit her with that. So she down with that. Yeah, I'm down with your movement, right? Okay, so we trick, bang, bang, bang. We trick, give up some money, right? She like that. Fine. She wind up in your bed. Fine. She wind up in your bed daily, weekly. Bang. All right. But then you slip, right? You slip. You knock her up. What you think you gonna get? You told her what your construction was. You got it. Cause you made her decide to want you. Right? And so now you got this baby that you don't want. Why? Because you ain't protect yourself. Now the system is going to try to say that they protecting the child. They're not protecting the child. They shaving off money. Because guess what? Child support is a business. So you supporting the business. You in there supporting that damn business. Right? You're a customer. Anyway, it's getting late, and I respect.
Yeah. You know what? It was a good show, brother. Hey, man, I'll talk to you, man, soon, brother.
Yeah, so I don't have no beef against, listen, I don't have no beef against the Moors. I ain't got no beef against the Israelites. I don't got a beef with people that call themselves Black Israelites. I don't have a beef, right, with the FBAs, but I do want to talk to them.
No, you know what I want to talk to you about is these UFOs flying around, because it took me a little bit of time, but I said once they went before Congress, I knew it was true. So I would like to talk to you about that. But we'll talk about that,
My
another
brother.
day.
Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Pleasure talking to E Bizzle and Unbiased Sports and
All
everybody
right,
else.
brother, man. Peace, brother.
Yeah, peace to you. Thanks so much. I'm out only because of the time. Peace.